Today we will unveil one of the deepest and oldest secrets of humanity, the spiritual ascension revealed in the Eleusinian Mysteries. Imagine yourself for a moment in ancient Greece, in a temple shrouded in mystery and reverence, where sacred rituals promise to transform the initiate's vision of life, revealing hidden truths of the universe and the keys to personal enlightenment. Let us together, throughout this journey, explore this enigma that has fascinated philosophers, kings, and common citizens over the centuries. The mysteries of Eleusis are without a doubt one of the most intriguing aspects of ancestral spirituality. They were initiation rites held in Eleusis, a small town a few kilometers from Athens. These rites celebrated the cycle of death and rebirth, symbolized in the story of the goddess Demeter and her daughter Persephone. The narrative involves Persephone's descent into the underworld and the impact of this separation on Demeter, expressing the alternation between life and death, light and darkness, which were central to agriculture and metaphorically to human and spiritual life. To understand the depth of these rituals, we need to transport ourselves to a time when natural cycles governed people's lives. Agriculture was the basis of the economy, and the loss or resurgence of the harvest could mean the difference between prosperity and hunger. These mysteries were not just theological or philosophical rites, but they reflect the intimate connection of humans with the natural world and their hope for transcendence of death. Imagine the crowds of initiates who, after a long period of preparation, would make their pilgrimage to Eleusis. Men and women from different parts of Greece, eager to participate in celebrations that promised divine revelations and a deeper understanding of the laws of the cosmos. Upon being accepted into the mysteries, these participants were imbued with the promise of life after death and initiated into secrets that were never to be revealed to the uninitiated. This secrecy and the respect for silence about what occurred within the rituals were maintained over the centuries. Even philosophers and writers of the time who participated in the Eleusinian Mysteries, like Plato and Sophocles, maintained the secrecy about the most internal and sacred rites. But what we know is that these mysteries had the power to radically transform the worldview of those who participated, offering an enlightened perspective on life, death, and immortality. Imagine the nighttime scene, by torchlight and under the starry sky of ancient Greece, when rituals were conducted. At the center of it all, the dramatization of Demeter's myth, in search of her daughter, provides a spiritual journey through death, mourning, and finally rebirth and renewal of life. This enactment aimed to provoke an intense emotional and psychological impact, allowing each initiate to experience, in their own way, the cycle of spiritual rebirth. The Eleusinian Mysteries symbolized, in this sense, not just an agrarian cult, but a divine theater that provided men with communion with the sacred. The rituals included drinking a sacred beverage, which many believe was a kind of entheogenic potion made of barley and a natural hallucinogenic fungus, intended to induce altered states of consciousness. In these visions and unique experiences, participants believed they encountered the gods and understood the most hidden parts of the human spirit. It is worth noting that the greatest promise for those who completed the initiation in Eleusis was that upon dying, their souls would experience a more blessed condition in the afterlife, contrasting with the grim vision of Hades, the underworld in Greek mythology. It was a kind of spiritual insurance against decay and forgetfulness, a certainty that their souls would no longer wander aimlessly, but would be welcomed into a state of fullness and divine remembrance. A central aspect that cannot be ignored is the role of music, dances, and ritual chants that accompanied this spiritual journey. The sounds and rhythms were like an invisible current that guided the initiates to deeper levels of consciousness, transcending mundane reality and connecting them to the divine, to the hidden order of the universe. We must ask ourselves, how can we bring these ideas into our own time? What do the Eleusinian Mysteries have to teach us today about our own quest for meaning and transcendence? Perhaps the most powerful reflection they offer us is the importance of personal experience and the inner journey in the search for the sacred. The secrets of Eleusis invite us to seek our own path of enlightenment, where we question our place in the world, the nature of death, and the potential to be reborn, transformed. in a spirituality that transcends cultural and religious boundaries. Now I close this journey with eternal gratitude to those who have the courage to discover and rediscover every day the mystery of life. May the teachings of the Eleusinian Mysteries illuminate your minds and hearts, guiding you on your own spiritual journeys toward ascension and a profound understanding of reality. Thank you for joining me on this revealing journey. May your paths always be illuminated by wisdom and clarity.